you know? And I guess like getting into the field, it's like I want everybody to be able to spew it out
Yeah, yeah.
because I know how much better I
And it
felt.
felt good to
Yeah.
be able to do
And
it.
I tell everybody, even when we have the addicts in here, I'm like, this is going to be hard work. The
Yeah.
beginning of this is going to be terrible because you're going to have to face the thing that made you be an addict.
Yep.
Whatever that is, whatever trauma that is, whatever death that was, whatever ass whipping you got, whatever cussing you got out by grandmamas who didn't like you, whatever that trauma is, because that's another thing with this whole field. Everybody's like, well, that trauma wasn't really that bad. Okay, you might not think it's bad, but for that person, it was fucking terrible.
Yes, that it led them to that. It was so
Absolutely
bad to where it led to something else. To say that it's not bad to you is kind of discrediting what they went
right.
through.
And like, when you're in treatment and you're hearing all these people share their stuff and you're sitting over like, well, shit, my life wasn't that bad, but it was to you.
Yeah.
Is my story as terrible as the guy sitting beside me? Who knows? But like, it was terrible to me.
Yeah.
It's
a personal experience.
those times it was terrible to me. I don't think my whole life was terrible by no means. There was just terrible times that I couldn't process correctly.
Well, that is something, now that you bring that up, that's something that I would tell myself, because when I would have bad days and things, I was like, man, my life is just in shambles. But then I had to remind myself it's just a bad day, not a bad life.
Right.
And if people could go about their life with that, it's not a bad life, it's just a bad day.
Yeah. And see, like, that's what I like telling my guys. Like, I'm like, I'm having a bad day. I was like, well, what's been bad? And they'll say something. I was like, no, that's not even a bad day, bro. That's a bad moment.
Yeah.
You had a bad moment. You're turning a bad moment to a bad hour, to a bad half a day, now to a bad day. You're going to wake up tomorrow thinking about it. Now you're 2 days, and here we go. We're going down that roller coaster again. I'm like, no, bro. Tell me 5 good things you did today.
Yes.
You made your bed. You brushed your teeth.
Even if it's the smallest things.
And that's what I was taught.
You woke up today.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like when I was in treatment, I'd be like, man, this day. And they're like, all right. They would sit me down. They'd be like, what'd you do positive day? Not a fucking thing. Are you awake right now? Yeah. 1. You got clothes on? 2.
Sometimes it's that tough love that you need.
And they're like, did you eat breakfast? Yeah. Did you eat lunch? Yeah. Did you brush your teeth? Yeah. Are you breathing right now? Yeah.
But then it starts to rewire that brain to
right.
realize, I don't have it as bad as what I think I do.
Right. And they're like, okay, so you had 100 good things a day and you let one bad thing piss off your whole day. It's like, look at it as 100 to 1. Now what are we looking at?